Hello, Eagle fans. Jonathan Duran here with the NCCU Sports Network. Glad to be able to be back here along with all of you Eagle fans. And today we're joined by some Eagles from the baseball program, a former Eagle and a current Eagle, joined now by Andrew and Austin Vernon. Both of them have pitched here at North Carolina Central University. Andrew from 2013 to 2016, 15 career saves, all-time career leader at NCCU, drafted by the Brewers in 2016. And Austin has been an Eagle from 2018 on. He's averaging over 10 strikeouts per 9 innings. Has been recognized as a top pitching prospect. Glad to have both of you. Hope you all have been well.
Appreciate you having us on today, man. We've been kicking. We're still kicking right now.
Yeah, thank you for having us on. We're just hanging out basically.
So a question for both of you, saying you've just been hanging out. What have you been doing without baseball? It's been a weird time. I mean, not just without college baseball, but without professional baseball as well. What have you guys been doing to fill the time?
For the most part, we've been trying to stay up to date with everything, continue to throw, because you never know when things are gonna kind of open back up, and when it does, you don't want to sit there and be unprepared. So we've been trying to get out every day, throw, work out as much as we can. Obviously, gyms aren't open, so the resources we need aren't really there like we need. But we're dealing with the hand we're dealt right now. We're getting it every day at this point in time, and just trying to stay busy, trying to stay sane. Sometimes some days you can just kind of sit down and twiddle your thumbs for a bit, and you're just like, I'm really bored. So for the most part, we've been trying to keep a pretty good routine and trying to stay in that way, we stay occupied and we stay ready, and just in case when all this is ready to go, if there's baseball in the near future, we're ready to go, we're ready to play. And at that point in time, we're not going to be behind the curve. So that's mainly what we've been trying to do, is just try to stay up to date with everything.
Yeah, exactly. And then on top of that, college summer ball is also already starting. So there's something there now.
Yeah, so we've been talking about working out and gyms being closed, seeing videos of athletes working out. Saw Joe Kelly broke his own window. What have you guys been doing to keep yourself loose? What's a typical workout been like for you guys?
Just throwing there, running a little bit, and then we'll do some body weight workouts. That's about all right now.
Yeah, and for me, I go, you obviously know Kyle. I go over to Kyle's. Kyle has some free weights, and I'll write up some plans, and we'll work out for an hour or so, and just to start lifting again, start that process over, to kind of get back into it. So when the gyms do open back up and we can kind of get in for a weight around, we're not just starting 3 months out and haven't touched any weight. So kind of most slowly working back into the lifting scene, but a lot of light conditioning, and try not to eat too much bad food for the most part.
Sounds good. Andrew, question for you. We mentioned in the open that you were drafted by the Brewers back in 2016. I still remember you signing your contract on my desk in the office. But what was that process like for you, and the experience for you being within the league?
It was awesome. I met some great people. Really learned a whole lot, especially from some of the big leaguers that were down there, especially during my rehab process. I think that's probably when I learned the most about myself and about pitching. I was able to talk to a lot of guys and get tidbits I never thought of, or even how to face batters and how to kind of throw to counts and throw to certain hitters. And I kind of learned a lot from there. Even the draft process was cool, because you talk to teams, and it's just a whirlwind of emotion to try to go through at that time, and not knowing when you're getting picked up, in the uncertainty. And then I was just grateful that I had the opportunity to play and go there and just be able to travel. I probably would have never been to some of those states if it wasn't for professional baseball. I got to travel, meet a lot of great people. And honestly, at the end of the day, it's awesome to go play and have that competition, but just the people you can meet and the places you get to go, it's just an amazing experience. To what you get to experience for essentially 7 months out of the year in and year out, till you're done, is just second to none. I mean, it's definitely a grind. Your body takes a toll. Your body takes a hit throughout the season, but at the end of the day, you look back, it's just all worth it, because of the gratification of being able to play and meet those people.
And Andrew, you mentioned rehabbing through injury. You went through that as well as an Eagle. And this is a question for Austin. What kind of advice has Andrew been able to give you as far as, sticking with it and moving on and up?
Basically, just treat the whole rehab process. Take it with 100%. Just go after everything. Don't sort of let up, because a lot of people take it lightly. he was just like, yeah, go make sure you get what you got to get done and take advantage of what resources you're given.
So both of you have been involved in some pretty big moments while being Eagles at North Carolina Central. A question for both of you: what's been some of your favorite moments while playing at NC Central?
I probably enjoyed one of my favorite moments was senior year. I was the closer, and then I got a text the night before, like the Sunday, though, because obviously played one on Sunday. I got a text Saturday night from Kerner saying I was going to start Sunday against Bethune, and I think I went like they only wanted like me to go 3, and I think I went like 5. Like I struck out 10, and I thought that was just so much fun. And then after that, I pretty much became a starter for most of the rest of the year, and I had so much fun starting and just to be able to get that experience because I really didn't get to start throughout my 3 years there just because I don't think the maturity level was always there. And my mentality was right on the mound, but that was definitely like something I think I enjoyed most was just being able to be a starter my senior year and really going out there every 7 days and being able to just throw it as hard as I can for 6, 7 innings. And just, I had a blast doing that. I loved every minute of it.
I'd say, honestly, closing. I enjoy closing right now. I mean, I'd rather be a starter, but I was chosen to be a closer, so I enjoy closing and just being able to have the ball at the end of the games to secure a win or keep us in the game. I enjoyed like doing that.
And the rivalry is pretty strong, especially on the field. And I know both of you are very competitive. What was it like growing up with each other?
Austin got the brunt in. He lost a lot. He didn't win much of anything and still doesn't. So and things really haven't changed. He just got taller. That's about it, honestly. But yeah, we go at each other's necks occasionally here and there, and it's what you live for a little bit at times. At times we take it a little too far, but for the most part, it's kind of formed us to be who we are. It definitely brings us closer together at the end of the day, and we kind of learn from each other, and that's like the biggest thing with like being brothers and like having that competitive spirit is just being able to like take everything with a grain of salt.
Yeah, we definitely go at each other all the time. It's a little bit closer of a competition now, though.
Notice he said closer, like he's still not winning, though.
Nah, sometimes I do.
But still not winning.
That's a lot. Sometimes.
You mentioned it being closer now, so let's say 3 at-bats for both of you. Who's striking the other out?
Both. I don't think either of us really have a chance. Neither of us really have a chance if we hit against each other.
I think something in play.
Dude, I would throw you nothing but breaking. I wouldn't have to throw you a fastball. You would have no chance. You haven't seen pitching in so long. We would have no chance. Yeah. I had one live at bat this year in pro ball, and the guy was throwing 83 or 84, and it was like tough then. We would have no chance. You don't realize how long it's been since you hit.
I had one about this summer to do is throwing 88, and I put it in play.
Again, I think we both strike out 3 times. One of us might walk the other one, but I think we strike out for the most part.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you say you guys got pretty good stuff. Andrew, if you were to give a scouting report on Austin, what would you say?
Austin's got a big fastball, good secondary stuff. Sometimes he lets his emotion play too much into the game, but it's like what you want. Like at least he's fiery out there. But for the most part, his stuff's really good. He just needs to learn how to like kind of calm down at times, and that's when he's really gonna like take his game to the next level.
We're talking through both of you. You're both former Eagles, or both Eagles rather, and attended North Carolina Central University. Andrew, of course, you were there first, and Austin following after. Austin, was there anything that Andrew said that encouraged you to come to North Carolina Central?
Yes and no. So, I mean, it encouraged me. It was like, I mean, good coaching staff. I knew what I was getting into. Kerner, he's a great head coach. So he at first started off telling me about him. And then Coach B, who was here his senior year, and then here my freshman and sophomore year, he told me about how good he was as a pitching coach. I think he definitely was probably the best pitching coach I've ever had in my life. He helped me out a ton and helped me develop my game. So I think that was big for me.
For both of you, what's it been like playing at North Carolina Central?
It's been an experience I'll never forget. I was so happy that they took a chance on me and allowed me to come and be part of the program. And it's a lot of like, at the end of the day, baseball is a great time. You love competing, but a lot of it's like the friends you make throughout it. And I met so many great people throughout North Carolina Central. It gave me the opportunity to get my degree. You really kind of find out who you are with those early morning weights, punishment running, stuff like that. You kind of develop character throughout that. And I think a lot of times people come in kind of immature, freshmen, kind of cocky, big head. And I think as you go along, you kind of find yourself, and I think you kind of develop into the person that you want to be. And I think that's really what college is. And I think it's great being around like pretty much 25 of your best friends all day, every day. Like you're going to have fights, everything like that. But at the end of the day, you know, you guys are all coming together for one goal. And I think that's like the best part of like college athletics.
Yeah, just to piggyback on that, I mean, it's been a blast. Met so many great friends and great people who've helped me along the way to develop my game, along with help me out just in normal day life. Also, I'm just glad they gave me an opportunity to play baseball at the next level and at the Division I level. So I'm thankful for that. And then, yeah, I mean, it's just everything's a grind. You got to enjoy it and take advantage of everything.
All right, Andrew, you were the first NCCU player to be drafted in the major leagues by the Brewers back in 2016. And after you've seen Corey Joyce get drafted by the Tigers, Devin Sweet, a member of the Seattle Mariners organization as well, with you being the first player to be drafted into the major leagues and also seeing your brother Austin getting recognized by scouts and by publications by being a top prospect pitcher within the college ranks, what advice would you give any Eagles looking to move on to the next level?
Soak it all in while you're there. Really enjoy every moment. And I would say the biggest thing is like don't put too much pressure on yourself. Don't overthink anything, because when that starts happening, like half of it's mental. Like if you're there, your stuff's good enough to move up as high as you want and as high as you can. But I think at the end of the day, it comes down to the mental side of this things, and just like really just enjoy the moment, be in the moment, be present, and then like I think the rest will take care of itself. Don't worry about tomorrow or what the future has. You got to really like soak in everything at that moment, because that's really what matters. It's just continuing to go day by day and pitch by pitch. And that's like the good ones, they're able to like make adjustments on the fly super quick and not have like that worry. You're going to have bad outings. You're going to do bad at times. But if you're able to like wash that and just come back the next day with that same attitude, that's what's really going to take your game to new levels.
All right. And is there anything else that you both would like to add here?
No, for the most part, I think we went over everything. Like I said, we're just genuinely thankful that we were able to come to Central and have such a great time. And it's a great college. It's like a great college town. The people are super nice. And I will say, I wish I was there when the new student union was being built, or like when it would be done. I mean, that would be fun to see. I'll drive past it and I'm like, man, what upgrades they've made since I've left. But yeah, it's just cool to see the campus continue to grow as it is, and just continue to see where it goes from here.
All right. Andrew, Austin, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jonathan. It was good seeing you again, brother.
Good seeing
You
you.
as well.